Hey folks, John Green here, back with another video, and in today's video I'll be taking a look at a laptop that I picked up off of eBay for about $1,000 called the Alienware X14 R1. Now, if you've been looking around online regarding this laptop and were curious about it, well, here's the right stop. I'll be taking a look, giving you my first impressions of it, and addressing some of the concerns that I had initially when I picked this up, specifically the fan noise. So I went looking for this laptop because I create content and I wanted to have a portable laptop that I could take with me while I'm traveling for work and get some productivity stuff done for my personal life when I'm working out of a hotel or something like that. And so I wanted to go with, say, a 14-inch because it's a bit smaller than a 15.6-inch that I've had in the past. But it also came with a dedicated graphics card, the RTX 3060 or 4060, one of those. I'll have to double check. But this unit also came with 32 gigs of RAM, 14 cores, and a total of 20 threads, which means you essentially get 20 virtual CPUs, which is really good if you're doing something in IT and you need to leverage that virtualization aspect. So that's pretty nice. So first impressions of this device, what are my thoughts? It has a little bit of weight to it, substantially. For a device to be as thin as it is, and I mean it's really thin, like it's thinner than my hand, which is pretty cool. But it does pack, that weight is distributed. I'll say that. This is the side profile. No ports here, no ports there, no ports on this side either. All of your ports for this device is located on the back. Here we have two USB-C ports that are Thunderbolt 3 or Thunderbolt 4. The lightning bolt's in the middle. That just means both of them support it. It has a micro SD card slot, a USB-A port, an HDMI port, as well as a headphone jack, another USB-C port. You charge the device from this port specifically, but you can also utilize it to connect it to a docking station or another display, which is pretty cool. So one thing that I will say, as opposed to a lot of gaming laptops out there that can come with these pretty beefy power bricks for you to travel, this one was actually on the smaller side. Here you can see I have this thin USB-C charger, which is pretty nice and pretty sleek, and it goes for that minimalist gamer look. Like, it doesn't scream, this is a gaming laptop, so you can comfortably travel with this in a work setting without, raising alarms, And this is the other portion that comes with the charger. Yep, just comes in two parts. Let's see if it passes the one hinge test. Here we go. All right, and it does. So that's pretty nice, pretty clean display. This is the older model, so this is the 16:9 aspect ratio, which is typically what you would view on an older style phone, or just that's the most common display that you'll see out there, whether you're working on a 24-inch monitor. But yeah, the resolution on this screen is 1080p, which in my opinion I think is more than enough for a screen of this size. Anything more than that, I think, is just overkill. Like, it's a small display. I mean, making things even smaller doesn't necessarily help. But that all depends on what you're doing and I guess what your needs are. For me, 1080p is more than enough, and it goes in line with the GPU that it has, so it's not trying to push an extremely high resolution on this small screen. Touching this touchpad, I've had Dell computers in the past and they do not fail when it comes to just the overall hand resting area for your laptop. Like, this is really nice. It's this rubberish type texture, so it feels really nice to lay my palms there, which is pretty cool. In terms of the keyboard, let's see. It's pretty solid. I've typed on Dell keyboards in the past, and in my opinion, they're second to none. I like Dell's keyboards, so I'd have to say this is a really nice keyboard. You do have the RGB lighting effect going on in the back there. One thing I will say though, after typing on this for some time, is sometimes when I'm trying to hit the control button, I hit the FN button by accident. Yeah, not used to the FN being right there next to the Windows key, but yeah, that would be my only gripe there. Trackpad is made out of glass, I want to say. It's pretty smooth, very responsive, no issues there, so that's pretty cool. All right, so pretty sleek overall. I'm pretty impressed with, you know, how it looks so far. The top portion doesn't appear to be made out of a metal. But it is smooth the whole. It feels premium. Like, it doesn't feel like cheap plastic, and it's nice. I like the cleanness of it. It's the only LED portion. But this back part, I do believe this is made out of metal as well. Now, one of the concerns before I even purchased this laptop was, you know, how does it hold up with gaming, right? Like, if you're playing a game or something, you know, how does it perform? Can it handle a game like Apex, or can it really do some good video editing? And that's still to be determined. But one of the things that almost deterred me from picking up this laptop is I saw a ton of users complaining about the fan noise on this unit. And I was a bit skeptical, but then I noticed that 9 out of 10 times when I'm even gaming at the house, I wear headphones. Even if I'm creating content or doing some video editing, I'm wearing headphones, and these cancel out all of the noise around me for the most part. And I don't notice the fan noise. It wasn't until recently that I noticed that my desktop computer revs up a bit when I'm doing extreme tasks like video editing or playing games. So let's see if it's tolerable. And we'll go from there. I'll go ahead and pull up Apex, jump in a match, and see how it holds up. Currently, I'll have to say I don't hear anything. Like, the only fan that I hear is coming from my desktop in the background, but this laptop is completely silent right now. I plugged in the headphones so that when I move the headphones away, we can actually get a sense for how loud this laptop is actually getting. All right, so I have the performance display turned on. In the top right corner, I can see that I'm currently getting 30 FPS. And let's see, that's with settings on max. Nope, that's with settings on low. Yep, everything's turned on low. Okay, it does feel a little bit jittery with Apex, if I'm being honest. All right, okay, there we go. All right, on the high end, I'm getting around 40, 45 FPS. It's a little intense, I gotta say that. Jeez, that's wild. I let him hit that shield swap though. All right, we got this. We're gonna finish with the dub. All right, they got it. All right, so after playing Apex for just a moment there, you can see this is what the sound of the fans sound like. It's noticeable. Honestly, it doesn't bother me too much. I'm used to fans blowing on a device when they're, you know, being pushed. To each his own. It's not unbearable to me, but it really just comes down to preference. How do you plan to utilize this laptop? Do you plan to utilize the speakers on it, or do you plan to wear headphones while you're editing or playing games? That will potentially tune out the fan noise anyway. That's it from me, guys. If you do want to check out this video, I will have affiliate links in the description. So if you purchase using the link, a portion of what you spend will come to the channel, of course, no cost to you. And that's just what helps me keep pumping out these tutorials and doing these helpful reviews for you guys. As always, folks, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.